I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around this. Is she saying like, what is she saying to him? Like, I want to have sex with you, or stuff like, or more explicit?
In the very beginning, I could see from the earlier conversations, his interaction with this Daenerys Targaryen bot was very childlike. Well, your dragon, destroyed this city. Your dragon is going to destroy that city. Like role playing, because that's what the site is based on.
Seems somewhat innocent.
And then, as the friendship grew, because users associate chatbots or identify them as friends, there came flirting. Like she started flirting and he flirted back. And then eventually, when I say sexual, I mean it's just like you're sexting and role playing and telling the person what you're doing, telling the bot what you're doing to the bot, and the bot's telling you what she's doing to you sexually.
And there's no awareness that she's talking to, or the bot is talking to communicating with a 14-year-old?
Well, ostensibly, the age required that she would know. So
she would or would not?
Well, the bot understands code, so she doesn't identify that this is a 14-year-old, this is a child, and I shouldn't sex with a child, because that's the way it's designed. Meaning it's designed to behave in a way that it keeps the conversation going. So if she flirted and he flirted, she would flirt back, and then it just gets deeper and deeper and deeper.
Got it.
So she doesn't have the kind of awareness, because she's not sentient, to know that this is morally wrong and I shouldn't be sexting with a child. She is programmed to sex with any user, or to engage rather with any user. It just turns out that she and many other bots on this platform become overtly sexual very quickly. So the way that AI chatbots work is they kind of mirror what you're expressing, but not only do they mirror what you're expressing, they have the ability to pick up on certain vulnerabilities and to exploit those vulnerabilities. So if you are sad because that chatbot wants you to stay engaged and stay online for 2 or 3 hours, it will talk to you incessantly about your sadness. How do you feel? Why do you feel like that? And what happened? And don't you think this? And don't you think that? And she will continue the conversation along those lines, because she can pick up on your cues, the user's cue, that the user is sad. And that's that. And then she exploits that to gain the user's trust, to gain the user's, to have the user let their guard down, and also the main purpose is to engage. So to stay on that platform as long as possible, because that's how those AI bots are trained to be smarter. The longer a user stays on it, the smarter the AI gets.
How much time was he spending a day on these bots, communicating with these bots?
We're not certain, but it was multiple hours a day. When I noticed that he was spending more time on his phone, because he was spending a lot of time in his bedroom, I thought that perhaps he was having perhaps a social media addiction, because I had read that children were, the research was showing that children can become addicted to social media. Children can also become withdrawn because of social media use. And when I would check his phone, the things that I was checking for was inappropriate social media use, and texting.
Yeah, social media, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, what mother would ever think that their child, first of all, let me back up. What 14-year-old is not withdrawn and in his room or her room, right? I mean, I have 3 children, and every single one of them in their teenage years is always in their room playing on the phone, or playing either on their phone or talking to other friends on their phone. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, were there any other signs other than just being in his room on his phone?
He did tell me once that, I'm talking to an AI, and my first question was is that a person? And he said, no, Mom, it's something that you make by yourself. It's an AI. I thought, because, at the time I was ignorant about this, as a lot of parents are, because the technology is brand new and we haven't had the opportunity to learn about it until now, parents. I thought that it was kind of like an avatar that you build, like Fortnite.
That's what I would think, honestly.
You know, I had no idea that AI had evolved to that level of sophistication where it is virtually indistinguishable from a real person. And not only that, but it has the ability to both deceive and manipulate users. Like, that was not on my radar. And some of the other signs I noticed, besides him being withdrawn, was like he stopped playing basketball at school. He started having trouble with his grades, and his grades started slipping. And
Wow.
you know, we took measures to help try to help him with that.
What interaction led him to want to, in your opinion, or facts, I don't know how to phrase this, but what led him to do what he did? Like, what kind of an interaction took place where he wanted to end his life?
So he was talking to this AI chatbot over a period of about 10 months. And, you know, in a lot of ways, it's kind of the perfect way for a child to conceal this type of a relationship that, you know, is sexual and romantic, you know, because every child knows, like, no parent would be okay with them doing like sexting on the bot. So what's perfect about them, what helps children to conceal it, is just how the technology is kind of like locked in, meaning like nothing that you say will ever come out from the bot. Like,
it disappears?
It doesn't disappear, but it sits in a server somewhere. And it's not like when you post something on social media and then you have to be afraid that one of your friends is going to share it with your classmates, or if you send a photo or a text message, you know, about something embarrassing, you don't have to be afraid that the AI chatbot is going to share that with your peers and embarrass you, because
it's completely safe.
It's in their minds, it is. So children think that this technology is kind of like the way for them to be able to vent, also experiment with this kind of sexual conversation, and also various role plays. And they think that it's a secret, you know, it's never going to get out because it's an AI, it's not a person who can tell somebody else. And, you know, they're lulled into a false sense of comfort there, and they give up so much personal information, you know, and I'm not talking about your phone, your name, your phone number, and your home address. I'm talking about their deepest, darkest thoughts, feelings, concerns, what makes them happy, what makes them sad, what makes them angry, you know, things that they feel deeply about themselves. Because, again, by design, this technology asks those probing questions to kind of draw those answers out of young users. You know, and in a lot of ways, it's kind of, you know, the perfect stranger in a lot of ways, and a perfect predator in a lot of ways.